Hello, good afternoon, Karlo.
Good afternoon.
Well, this interview is for you to explain to the Spanish gamers a bit about your program. The
Okay.
first question is, what is the player's schedule on a weekly basis?
The player schedule, and so the great thing about the campus is that it's a lot of their academics is going to be based on what they do, how they structure their own courses. I mean, roughly it's similar to any other college, but here at Albion, all the courses will be, specified to them, like detailed everything they want to do. When it comes to the esports stuff, like that's where the communication lies, where they get to work with me and the team, decide when practices should be. Generally, the practices should be 3 times a week, between those days as well. And they can also vary depending. Like you could do like a weird Tuesday, Thursday to Friday, or the typical Monday, Wednesday, Friday, whatever you want to do. But as long as all 3 days aren't together, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But all the practices are going to be based on what they and the team are capable of, roughly in the late afternoon, early evenings. Hopefully they wouldn't go past midnight, but it'd be 3 times a week, along with exercises as well, that are going to be required of them, because again, they are going to be student athletes, so they will be expected to exercise and compete as if I was recruiting a football player, a basketball player. They're going to be expected to do those types of workouts as well, and those could be 2 times a week at least, just as the bare minimum to make sure they're keeping up and keeping healthy.
So there's like a good balance between sports and academics.
Yes, and that's the great thing about the college too, because there's such a nice balance between the two. There's such great support on the athletic side between, like our team is like, just like every other athletic team, we're going to have access to athletic trainers. So they will also be assisting with what I'm going to give them would be a general overview of what I expect them to do, and then the athletic trainers will add on to that and say what they should be able to do to make sure they're keeping up, whether it just comes from like any carpal tunnel issues, any finger issues, any joint pressures, even with backs, necks, anything. That's what the athletic trainers are there for, to make sure that they all work on that. So
Okay, and in what ways do you help the gamers build a personal brand?
To build a personal brand. So what's really cool is that I'm actually I'm a state stream. I stream myself, and I'm also a commentator in the state of Michigan for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. It's the weirdest thing to say for me still. But what I would be doing is that through Albion's Twitch channel, Albion Brits Esports, they'll be part of a team stream, and team streamers will be able to, as a partner streamer, they will be able to actually stream on their own content, as long as they're following the rules and expectations as as an athlete. And again, this is a little bit on the more progressive and non-traditional side of not even recruitment, of performance. So again, they would still be held to the standards of a student athlete. They can't say any bad things. They really, like, I'm pretty sure swearing is fine. I'm pretty sure everybody does it at least once in a blue moon. It's not, I wouldn't want that to happen all the time, but you know what I mean? Like, just things that are feasible, things that make sense for them to actually perform well in the game, like still be themselves at the same time. What my program is going to do as well is that I'm going to be assisting a lot of the students who want to be streaming, who want to do commentary work, any of the video editing stuff. That's the part of the assistance with the program as well. There's going to be a specified room for streaming, aside from my office, for the students to schedule times when they want to stream their game, preferably their game, on which will show up on the Albion Esports channel. But since they'll be part of the stream team, they'll be able to show off the fact that they're part of that team through their streams. And as long as, again, they're keeping on those guidelines, they should be okay. We're going to have a streaming 101 course as well to actually help get them into that idea as well over the course of the year. And yeah, generally, I would expect 30 to 40% of the players wanting to do streaming in their own right, whether it's actual more competitive stuff or just honestly more Let's Plays. It's really getting them to feel better about the metrics, the numbers, and how they want to approach being a streamer. Having the overlays they're going to have their own overlays a couple weeks after they join the school, after they join the team, just so they know what they want to look like, how they want to perform, how they want to like make the overarching view seem to them. And as long as they like it, that'll be up to them. But that's basically one of my bigger ways of assisting them with their personal brand through streaming, commentary, some of the video editing, because there's going to be way more opportunities here on the esports team, more than just a competition.
Okay, so are you giving like other scholarships to the streamers or editors, or for now just the players that compete in a video game?
Just for right now, because it's still a starting program.
Okay.
Just the students competing the game. My thing is, especially if there are students who want to focus more on streaming or commentary, for example, like I still have them part of the team. If they're not at the level that I would like them to be, they would be still classified as a sub to get more competition experience, but we would still be focusing on what they personally want to do through that. So it's a little bit of a multifaceted area in their approach for them to feel a little bit more at home and to feel like they're actually getting somewhere. I will say for a fact that students who are coming in internationally, they also have access to a plethora of scholarships outside of the academic stuff. So say that they're going through like some of the language courses or the English courses, there are scholarships available and ready for them. All they have to do is apply, and they will honestly be treated like as if they're a student inside the States, from the States. So.
Well, Karlo, thank you very much for your time, and have a great day.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Bye.